This is Mark from the Tree Care Expert channel. We're here with Jeff Klein and Jim Toole from Crane Specialists. Some of you may have remember the video that I did with Sean Halleck about the Fassi TreeMax 600. Well, here's the two gentlemen, the owner of Crane Specialists and the engineer of Crane Specialists, to talk a little bit more about the truck. Everybody seems to really like it and want to know more.
Sure.
Good morning.
Good morning. We started with this particular model, Fassi. It was a 10-story wallboard machine originally, and it made a perfect platform for a grapple saw. It's strong, rigid boom. We love the knuckles. We sell the knuckles every day as well, but this particular machine has a rigid boom that doesn't flex as much as a knuckle boom. So we felt that was an advantage, and it was worth a try to put this together. So some hardships along the way, or some things that we had to think about, were to try and integrate the saw. You have to make sure you have enough oil going to the boom tip. Originally, on the outer boom of this machine, we only had 3/8 lines, so we got rid of that and put hose reels, so we made sure we could run 1/2-inch ID hydraulic hoses all the way to the boom tip, and it gives the saw exactly what it's looking for to be at its best, or proficient. So along with that, oil flow to the whole machine. We run 2 power takeoffs and 2 pumps on this machine. It was a loader crane originally, so speed for you guys in the field is the most important thing. Safe, speed, obviously, but we're able to make it a efficient speed in the field, and it's important. So one of the things we did, we put dual PTO, dual pumps. With Fassi's blessing, we altered some of the spools in the valve, and we made sure that the saw gets enough. For instance, our saw circuit, we have 100 liters a minute in the saw circuit. We made sure that there's enough on the swing circuit to give it adequate swing speed. Once you cut your wood, that you can swing it into the drop zone. So things like that. Along the way, we've made some tweaks, and listening to the end users, like Sean Halleck, was very instrumental in helping us make it a lot better machine.
Excellent. And Jim, what were some of the obstacles that you faced trying to meet the customers' request and maybe demands? And what were some of the big challenges as far as trying to get a crane on this size truck?
Well, I mean, one of the big hurdles was the quick setup. Everybody wants to set up as quickly as possible. One of the things, typically, if you have a knuckle boom versus this unit, you have to unhook your grapple saw and stow it somewhere on the machine. That takes time. For this unit, you can actually stow the grapple saw on the bed, already attached to the crane. I'm told it's 2 minutes from roll up to set up to cutting down trees. So we have a boom rest right on the bed. It's 34-foot overall length, gets you in some tight spaces. The big hurdles were quick setup and ease and quickness of action once you get on the job site.
Okay. And did it take a lot of re-engineering, or just a straightforward engineer of the truck to really accomplish what you were looking for the length and size and everything?
I mean, it took some engineering, but with the help of Fassi and Jeff and our shop, we were able to meet. We feel we were able to meet everybody's demands for this unit. It's as compact as we could get it. Two hydraulic front jacks, no need for a rear jack on this one.
Okay, and you're able to meet the full rating of the crane all the way around as the truck sits, so there's not any, you don't have any shortcomings on the design?
If I may take that one, the goal is to have as short a rig as possible for a lot of customers. for maneuverability. So with the help of Fassi and our computer programs, we're able to take the known weights, such as the chassis and the crane, and then we try to configure, find out how short we can make the subframe, or sorry, not the subframe, how short we can make the wheelbase of the truck, and as compact as we can make it, and still get the 360 stability, but a solid 360 stability, because you can operate the machine several degrees out of level at full load, and it has to be able to do that with a good seat of the pants feeling and also real stability with weight still left on the ground according to our rules. So with that, we were able to take the known weights, and we, for instance, have some counterweight. We have 3,000 pounds of counterweight that we build into our subframe, and that was kind of a magic extra couple thousand pounds. We didn't want to make the truck any heavier than we needed to, but everyone agrees that owns one and runs one, it feels like no other machine. When you're rotating even over the front or over the side, it has a very strong stability rating, and we felt that we needed to put that extra couple thousand pounds in the subframe, and we do it on every one. So that was a huge help in keeping it another, let's say, 1 or 2 feet shorter, and it gives us a great turning radius. So it was important.
Excellent. And of course, we're standing in front of another one. Which number is this one?
This is number 4, I believe.
Number 4.
Yeah, number 4. We have a few more sold. It's time consuming. We get probably 320 hours, man hours or so in our builds. We try to take care in the extra details. Our PTOs are larger, they're din shaft, which won't mean a lot to some people, but they're heavy duty PTOs. The pumps, we use a Muncie PTO and subfab pumps. Sunfab, I believe, is one of the best out there. Our hoses are all overrated for the pressure. Some people build them using hoses maybe rated just to the edge of the pressure ratings. We try to overkill that because their hoses can take shock load over time, and we're just trying to maximize the length of time before you replace hoses. So PTOs, pumps, hoses, take a lot of pride in our welding. We believe we overkill a lot of things, the way that the subframe is mounted to the truck frame, the way that the subframe is mounted to the crane. We don't take any chances, all heavy-duty components. So we take a lot of pride in that. We try to make a package, and with some of the first customers' help, such as Sean's, with our large toolbox and multiple toolboxes, and Sean was a proponent of 2 saws. So we include a 160 and a 280 saw with every machine, and the 160 provides a benefit when you're working in the tops of trees. It's a smaller unit dimensionally, so to get in the top of the trees, it's very helpful. And a lot of times the 280 is a benefit for the bigger material and heavier material. Sometimes the saws are just used for the grapple portion. If there's a guy with a saw there, we may just hold on to the top with the grapple and actually cut it with the chainsaw underneath, so that we don't have to worry about the rollover of the material. So multiple ways to help the customer get it done, but 2 saws ended up being a great idea. If you hurt one, you bend a bar, run a chain off, whatever, you can quickly slip to the other one and keep working and get your job done.
Okay. And last question here. This is one I've kind of asked everybody, and I've gotten different answers in different directions from all the different grapple companies. So what is your philosophy on the grapple saw truck? Is it to take climbers out of the tree, or is it to assist and aid the speed of a job with climbers in the tree?
It's a great question, and I probably will give a different answer than everybody else. I don't know, but safety, I think, is important. You know, a lot of interest happens to come from guys that are getting older and they don't want to climb anymore, so they're looking for a better way, an easier way. It may not be a less expensive way, but maybe the overall cost. I believe if you can keep a man out of the tree, there's a certain safety factor to that. It also allows you to do more over top of buildings or maybe near power lines that you don't want to risk getting a man closer. And it's an investment. It's a lot of money. But we've heard from multiple people that we can take a couple people off the payroll or don't have to depend on those couple people coming to work. And if it's 2 people you're replacing, that's expensive too. So you can easily make payments on something like this. Those are some of the comments we've heard back. So safety for me, I think, is probably number one. And you know, as people are getting older, you know, to try and keep them from climbing is certainly in everybody's game plan.
Excellent. Thank you. Again, this is Jim Toole, Jeff Klein, Crane Specialist. Thank you very much, guys.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.